Hi to all, welcome to Sravani Android tutorial. In previous session we have discussed about Android installation and how to create an Android application in Android Studio. What are the steps involved to create an application in Android Studio, and how to run our Android application in AVD. All those things we have discussed. Today we are going to discuss about a Android application components. Android app components. Okay, Android app component, some people call it as a building blocks of Android. So these using these app components, so user or developer can develop a Android applications. So what are the all Android app components? One is activity, one is service, and one is broadcast receiver, and content provider. These are the main building blocks of Android, core building blocks of Android. Using this one, you probably develop any Android applications. So to develop a real-time applications, we need some more advanced Android app components. First, we will discuss about these all. These all are. First one, activity. So what is an activity? Activity is nothing but it's a single screen in the application with UI components, and user can interact with the device through activity. Activity is a single screen in the application with UI components. User can interact with the device through activity. Okay, for example, let us consider a email application. When you open a email application, in home page we have a list of mails. So these list of mails are a these list of mails is one activity. So when you if you want to compose a email, or if you want to forward that email, we go to the next activity, that is we go to the next page, that is one activity. So every page in the device is nothing, it's a activity. So activity consists of two files. Activity consists of two files. Okay, one is Java file, one is XML file. One is Java file and XML file. These XML file contains all UI components. XML files write all UI components will be written in XML file. This Java file contains actions to be performed for UI components. Or events on UI will be written in Java. Okay, so these XML files contains UI component. Java file contains all actions will be performed, will be the actions which is performed in which is performed on UA, that will be written in Java file. So this Java file we technically call it as a as activity. Okay, these XML file we technically call it as a layout. So this is about activity. Activity contains two files, one is Java file and XML file. The UI components will be written in XML file, and the actions, whatever the actions we performed on UI, that will be written in Java file. Okay, this is about activity. And next is service. So what is the next? Service. Service is a long background running operation without user interaction. A long background running operation without user interaction, we call it as a service. Service is a long background running operation without user interaction, we call it as a service. For example, let us consider I want to wake up tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Okay, so what I have to do, I need to set the alarm in my phone. Okay, in my phone. So imagine that there is no service concept in Android. So what I told, activity is nothing but a single screen in UI with UI component. So if you want to perform anything in activity, user has to definitely interact. User has to be interact. User should interact with the device. So every time I need to check I need to interact with the device whether the time is 5 o'clock or not, whether the time is 5 o'clock or not. So if I check frequently, there is no use of to set the alarm, right? So at that time the service concept came. So what service will do is, once we set the alarm, so service will be called. So service will writes the logic that if alarm is if it checks the conditions, it's a 5 o'clock, then it will that alarm will be ringing. So by using this service will writes the logic. It backgroundly checks that whether the time is came or not. If it is came, then it will be that it notifies to the user. That is the use of service. Example, alarm. Okay, alarm is the example. And one more example for service is, suppose in my phone I said I enable my Wi-Fi. So when I'm going out, if Wi-Fi is available outside, then my device notifies to me Wi-Fi is available. So how my device recognizes that Wi-Fi is available in that location? So with the help of service only, using the service will writes the logic that if the Wi-Fi is available, it backgroundly it checks if Wi-Fi is available or not. If it's available, then it notifies to the user. Here we are not interacting with my device. Every time I am not interacting whether Wi-Fi is available in my phone or not. So with the help of service only, it's possible using Wi-Fi service. Okay, there are lot of examples for service, and media player is also one of the example of service, because when you play the music, will perform another operate. Backgroundly it plays the music. We can play the games, we can chat to our friends, any actions will be performed while listening the songs, right? Okay, this is the use of service. And next one, broadcast. And one more thing, services are two types. One is custom service and one is built-in service. So what is a custom service? Means in our application we created a one service and we use that service in our application. And what about built-in service? So using this built-in service, already system predefined built-in services, we can use those services in our application. For example, built-in services or alarm service, Bluetooth service, Wi-Fi service. These are all the examples of built-in services. And next one, broadcast receiver. Okay, broadcast receiver. What is a broadcast receiver? Broadcast receivers are used to register for system purpose. Broadcast receiver are registered for system announcement. Okay, broadcast receivers are registered for system announcement. System announcements may be headset or battery or USB cable, power on, power off, volume up, volume down. All are the examples of system announcements. All the actions will be performed externally. So these actions, whenever these actions happening, these broadcast receivers will notify the user. For example, see, okay, system, this is my system. Broadcast receiver. Okay, broadcast receiver. When this system registered the broadcast receivers, okay, in system, if you want to perform any notification from the broadcast receiver, we need to register this system registered the broadcast receiver. Once it registered the broadcast receiver, what broadcast receiver perform, what it will do, it broadcast receiver will notify notify to the system that action was happened. For example, this, sorry, for example, this is my mobile, this is notification bar. So my system registered to a broadcast receiver for headset. Okay, so using when system registered the broadcast receiver for system announcement headset. So whenever we connect the headset to our mobile, whenever we connect the headset to our mobile, then what broadcast receiver do, it will show headset symbol in notification bar. So when we register the broadcast receiver, when we register the headset symbol for broadcast receiver, then it notify that that headset symbol will be appeared in notification bar. When we disconnect, that broadcast receiver checks if the device is disconnected, then the icon will be disappeared. Similarly, when we connect the charger, when we disconnect the charger, when we connect the data cable, will get get a notification. When we disconnect, we'll get a notification. Like that, when we these all our actions will be performed by using broadcast receivers only. It will notify to our system that actions was performed. Okay, this is about broadcast receiver. And next one, content provider. Content provider. So what is a content provider? Content provider is used to sharing a data between application. Sharing data between applications. Okay, so I will tell you an example, real-time example. Consider this is an X application, this is a Y application. Name of the application is X app. Name of the application is Y app. Okay, this is X application and Y application. X application created a one database, that is SQLite database. Who created this one? X application created, X application created this database, and Y application also want to use this database. Y application also want to share this database, but in Android sharing a data between application is not possible. So it's not possible in Android, because if any applications created a database, if another application use this database, then there is no security, right? So Android is not allowing to sharing a data between application. But see, when you consider in a contacts application, this application, suppose imagine that this is a contacts application, okay, and this is WhatsApp application. See, in WhatsApp we have all contacts details, right? All contacts will be appeared in WhatsApp. How this is possible? WhatsApp is taking a data from contacts application, but I told that sharing a data is not possible in Android. But how WhatsApp takes the data? Because contacts application provides a content provider. It's uses a content provider. If any application you provides the content provider, using the content provider, we can take the data, we can use that data from that application. So similarly, Truecaller also takes the data from contacts or caller app. So using the content provider only it's possible. Okay, examples are content providers are, what are the examples? Call log is also one of the example. Calendar, media, we can take all the media, means photos, music, all also we can take. And contacts, all are the examples of content providers. Okay, so using these mainly these are all the basic Android components. Using these components you can develop any Android applications, but these are all or only some desktop applications, like without internet only you can develop these applications. If you want complex application, real-time application, you need more advanced concepts like web services, okay, XML, JSON, SOAP, material designs are code view, recycler view, navigation view. These are all are the examples of material design. And to one of the most important topic is Firebase. So using a Firebase, we can push the notifications to the user, and Google Maps, Google Places. So lot of topics are there. So we'll discuss all those topics in next coming videos. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Next video we'll discuss about Android project app structure, Android Studio app structure. Thank you.